Welcome back and welcome to Heysham. Just come from, well, last week's session, fresh off West Bay at Morecambe, and to be honest the weather took a little bit of a turn. The wind picked up, it's absolutely slung it down for the last 3/4 of an hour or so. The rock jetty was already packed with about 6 or 8 anglers on there, so I didn't fancy that. The time now is just coming up to 6 PM. High water is 8:30 tonight, so we've got a good couple of hours before high water. I've had a nice leisurely setup. This rod was the first one to go out, probably went out 20 minutes, half an hour ago. Like I say, I have never fished any of these marks up here. I had a good look on Google Maps and I thought, you know what, there's a ferry terminal behind us, it should be deep water, and it's not. I'll roll on a clip now, hopefully that'll show you the sort of ground that we're working with. Well, obviously the deep water's up there, but there's already some lads set up fishing. But as you come around here, I mean, it's filling in quickly, but there's a massive sandbar there that came out to about here by the time I got here. So the gully runs up and into there. So I'm going to set up here and then, yeah, we'll give it a sling off here. So that was when we got here earlier on. And yeah, the water is now up the bottom of the wall. It's covered the rocks. I'm not sure if you could see the rocks in the clip, but there is probably 10 yards or so of big heavy rocks at the bottom of this wall, and yeah, we're fishing. So 3 rods, because the last few videos have been pretty slow on the fishing front, so I'm going to hit it really hard tonight and give it everything we've got. So the rod nearest to me is the Achios Airlight. I've got my Achios Spyro RS 4000, and I'm actually fishing with the rig that I recovered in the session earlier on, so last week's video, which is a 1 up 1 down flapper rig with a 3-ounce gripper. I have just swapped the hooks out on that actually, because I don't know how long it had been in the water, but they were pretty terrible. So I've just swapped them out for some size 1 specimen hooks from Cox and Roll. The next rod along then is the Airlight, by the way. I meant to chuck right down at the bottom of here. It actually went, I'm still getting used to it, and it's got a lot more kick than you'd expect from a 2 to 4 ounce rod. So that's probably 40 or 50 yards out there. I wanted it at the base of here, but we'll sort that on the next cast. The next rod along, the Achios Fury FX420, and on there I've got my Penn Spinfisher 5500 long cast, and I'm fishing with the 1 up 2 hook wishbone dropper that I was using earlier on, and that I have put out, well, probably about 40 yards out. So I wanted it further out than this one, but with this one being further out, I've sort of brought it in a little bit, if that kind of makes sense. It's not it's not at the bottom of the wall by any means, but it's probably 40 or 50 yards out. So you've got short, medium, but we'll swap them around later on. And then the rod that's probably hidden away out of view of the camera is the Air Power with my Penn Spinfisher 7500 long cast, and on there I've got a big pulley panel rig, and I've got a squid and bluey bait on there targeting the rays. So all that waffle over and done with. Basically we've got little, medium, large, and we're going to go after it today. So like I say, it's going to be a real mixed bag. I know I said I was targeting bass. There is a good chance of bass here. Looking at the sandy beaches, looking at the rocky outcrops that we've got at the bottom of the wall, up behind us, yeah, there's always a chance of bass. We've got the bait, so I've got what have we got left? We've got lugworm, we've got blacks, we've got squid, I've got crab, and I've got cartwings, and bluey. So yeah, we're probably going to mix it up tonight. It's going to be really nice, relaxed, chilled out fishing. Hopefully we can get a few more species for the species hunt. Hopefully we can get plenty of fish for you guys at home. It certainly won't be for the lack of trying, believe you and me. Well, I'm just sat here watching these rod tips do absolutely nothing, talking to a couple of the local lads that I know, and he says, oh yeah, how'd you get on, blah blah blah, you know, we were chatting about it earlier. He says, oh, what are you doing for high tide? Have you gone to the rock jetty or whatever they call it? I says, no, I says, it's too busy for me. I says, I've come to a road on Heysham. Oh yeah, North Wall, the Wall of Doom we call that. Brilliant. So I'm in the right spot then, yeah. I have not had a knock. What time are we on? 7:30. So fishing for about an hour and a half, and I honestly have not seen the tips move for wind, for fish, for nothing. It's so ridiculously quiet. I can't remember the last time I had a session where the rod tips stayed this still. But there we go. I'm going to get another bait out. I'm going to get more rebaited. These probably been in about 20 minutes or so. Crabs are picking, certainly the worm baits, they're getting picked to pieces. I'm managing to, with the big rod, get it out, try and get it out into that channel, and that seems to be staying intact a little bit longer than the others. But it's ironic how you can't find crab in a tackle shop, and when you do, you have to pay £1.30, £1.50 per crab, and yet you come fishing and they're everywhere. It's ridiculous. Pick clean, absolutely whisker, absolutely bloody spotless then. At least if that carries on, it'll save me having to clean the gear down later on. I mean, I'm amazed there's no whiting, no nothing. Do you get whiting over this side of the coast? Surely you do. But yeah, there's absolutely nothing. With that sandbar earlier, I was sure that we'd find some little flatties or something knocking about somewhere. What I might have to do is go teeny tiny. Have I had a rockling for the species hunt this year? Not sure. If I have, I'll have to have a look. If not, we might go. I think I've got my rig making box in the back of the van, so I think what we'll do is I shall find out some tiny size 6 or 8 hooks or something like that. We might put a couple of squid tentacles on them, just sling them out and see if we can find some new species for the hunt. But for the meantime, we'll go for a big old worm bait on this one this time. There we go. Alright. And like I say, this one is literally just going. That one's come all the way around, so I'm just going to sling that down there, like so. Job's a good one. Leave it loose, slack line, and get this one swapped instead. And again, pick completely clean. Alright then, what are we going for on that? What have we got? There we have it then. That's the baits to go out on that wishbone rig. Got a crab claw and a crab leg on one hook, and a blow lug on the other. Spot on. Oh, what a lovely evening. Oh, well, it's deceiving me, or did I just see the slightest of little taps on that left hand rod? Oh, there's got to be a clump of weed out there surely. Come on, fishy. Now I am fishing with braid straight through, so that could be absolutely nothing. Could be one of our Sarah's stray hairs just brushing against the line. Come on, fish. Come on, fishy. I reckon that is just a good crab picking at the bait. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the other baits, and by the time I've got that sorted, hopefully I'll get into a good fish, or it'll be stripped clean, one or the other. The moment of truth to see what is occurring. More than likely, absolutely nothing. Oh, nada, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this reel really needs a service. I reckon we're going to go peeler crab. Why not? No better time to try it really, is there? Let's give it a go. I'm not going to waste them on crabs like, but I've got 2 already open in the pack from this morning session, or this afternoon session should I say. So let's just have a crack, shall we? See what's occurring. Tighten my clutch down. There, man, shot that there. There we go. Good old air power. Power! Now then, because we've got crab bait on, set the clutch nice and light, and hopefully in a couple of minutes we'll hear that screaming. Oh, fully acciossed up. Look at that, I'm starting to become a right tackle tart. But I tell you what, there's not one of these rods that I'd swap for something different. They are all spot on, absolutely bang on for the job that they're designed for. Medium ground, perfect on rock marks, tackling big rays and stuff like that. Beaches, clean beaches. I mean, to be honest, I've thrashed that for 2 years on all sorts of marks before I started trying different rods. And the airlight handled them place beautifully, and I'd love to fight a big bass on that later on this year. Oh, that's the first one. Oh, session. The question is, have I missed it? No. Yeah, no. Yeah. It's only small. I think this could be possibly another little place. Or it could be nothing at all. Oh. Still there, still there. That feels better actually at the time. I think the way that followed that and took that, I think this will be a little place. But if I can land it, fish is a fish, is a fish, is a fish. Yeah, buddy. It's not even a place, it's a dab. But do we care? No, we do not. That is thought well hooked, but no, I'll have to go in through the gills on this one, I think. There we go. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A lovely little dab. Lovely little dab. You can tell it's a dab because it's practically see-through. Look, you can see its guts and all sorts. I think I've got a dab for the species hunt, but it means we are off the blank. Thank you, matey. Let's get him put back. Mwah! We're off a blank. It's always good to be off a blank, innit? It's not been the fish-filled session that I was hoping for up here. I was hoping, to be honest, to get into rays, into hounds, into bass. I admit it's early on. It is early on, but I mean, it looks spot on for it. It's well known for it up here. Like I said earlier, I am going to be coming back. That's for sure. But we are off the blank. That's the most important thing. It's just sort of falling dusk as well. What time are we on? I don't even know what time we're on. We are on 8:30, which I think makes it high water. Let me consult the apps. Heysham, 0.3 miles away. High tide, 8:26 p.m. and the time now is 8:40. So we are just over slack water. As always, we live in hope that as the tide starts to turn, the fish will come on the feed. I am quite excited, I've got to say, about that gully that I showed you earlier, because as that beach, I mean, Let me just spin you around real quick. It's completely filled in all the way up to the sort of shoreline. So as that starts to empty out, I'm hoping whatever fish have found their way up there are all going to come out of that gully, and I'm going to start peppering baits into it. I'm getting excited now, I'm getting carried away. This is my excited face, by the way, which is why Sarah loves me so much. Yeah, so I'm probably going to fish till 10:30, maybe give it at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. Like I say, I want that gully to completely empty out before I think of moving. Possibly, well, we'll see. I mean, you never know. It could go absolute batshit crazy now it's starting to fall dark. We'll stick at it, definitely stick at it, because you never know what the next cast will bring. Well, that is how a double bluey bait looks after about 25 minutes. Ridiculous. Yeah, I've now got the spreader bar on the air light, tilt clip down on the Fury, and we're still persevering with the big panel rig for the air power, and I've just put out a double squid bait on that. When the double squid baits come out, you know it's serious. Where are we? It is now 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, so we're an hour and a half after high water. We're probably now starting to see, if we could actually see, we can't see it because of the fog, but what we're probably starting to see is that sandbar uncovering. So more water is being pushed down that gully rather than coming across the sandbar, which is just making stuff move about a bit. It's all kicking off now. And that has got a 7-ounce gripper on, so if that's getting bullied about, well, that's about that. That's a double squid. That is a dogfish. This one's coming backwards. And there we have it. Answers that. Doggy! I've not even upped it in its mouth up. Poor little critter. Tail hooked, lassoed. I mean, look at him. He's literally. Let me switch my light off so you can get a look at him up. He's literally no thicker. Well, go on, he's a bit thicker than my thumb, but even so, look. I mean, he's definitely no thicker than my wrist. Absolutely no thicker than my wrist. But species number 2 of the session. I think he wants a kiss. He's not going to get one. We'll put him back. Well, earlier on I asked the question, do you get whiting around here? And the answer is definitely yes. So, 3rd species. It's really starting to kick on a bit now. So yeah, here we go. Species number 3. It's turning into a nice little session. I was considering calling it quits, but yeah, we might stick around for a little bit longer. In fact, I'm not sure if I've got a whiting for the species hunt, so let's get that carded up, shall we? Well, no sooner have I just took that whiting back, I've still got that rod out of the water, look. We've got a bite on this one now, and this is squid. Oh, yes, that's good fish. That's very good fish. Yes, look at the head knock on that. The problem I've got is the water is right down at the bottom. seal tip on this. This could well be a good bass. Somewhere, I can see it. It's on the surface. I forgot. Just flashing around. I can't see. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what? I think that is a big conger. No, it's not. No, it is not. That? What is that? Is that a huss? Surely that's not a huss. Shut up. If that's a huss, that's my first ever huss. Oh, I think I'll have to go down and fetch it. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have risked life and limb to get down after this fish. That is a very good fish. I'm trying to take the GoPro with me. I'm not sure quite how we're going to do this. Bear with. I think what I'm going to have to do is wake him up. Let's just handball him up, shall we? Oh, what a disaster. I knew this was an issue. Trying to sort out. Let me slide that rod back. Can you just reel us in some slack line?
Yeah, of course I can.
Cheers, pal. Oh, yes. I think this is my first ever huss.
Oh, bloody hell, good one. Which one are we on this one?
Yes, mate, yeah, that one there. If you would. Just, not sure why it stopped recording, to be honest. It might circle right in the jaw there. Just see if I can. Yeah. Well, the GoPro's died in typical fashion, but that is my first ever huss, and one that I'm pretty proud of. Unfortunately, now I need to figure a way to get back down there to put her back. But for a first huss, I'll take that. I'm chuffed with that. It's made my night. It's made the trip as well. So yeah. And I had to shout, what's your name, mate?
Alan.
I had to shout Alan. Alan was fishing up at the top end. I had to shout him down to come and give me a hand. But yeah, cracking fish. I'm going to try and figure out what I might do is walk down to the beach actually with her and make sure she goes back. Because yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with that. Chuffed to bits. Going for a run now. I don't particularly fancy running all the way down there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down to the beach with her, take her on a bit of a road trip. I should get fitter. Need to get fitter. Whew, right, I made it, and I'm just being careful because the last thing I want to do is just a soft patch here and disappear up to my nuts in mud and all sorts. So I'm just going to let her have a second to breathe up while I have a second to breathe up. And she's, there she goes. Oh, I'm sinking. Go on, love, don't get stranded in all that lot. I think she should be fine. I'm just going to point her in the direction somewhere else. I'm just going to move her out that way. Come on, go that way, look. Yeah, I think she'll be alright. Whoo-wee! Oh my days! Let's get out of this water, get on some terra firma again before I sink. Oh, get in! Yes! Woo! My first ever huss. at £7 on a night like that tonight. I think I said it earlier in the video, you never know what the next cast's going to bring. Oh, my heart's pounding. I don't know if it's because I've just caught a new species, a new PB, or I've just run 1/4 mile to release her and watch her swim off. What a night, what a night. Right, let's get back to the van, come up with a game plan, shall we? What a way, I think, to end this session. My first huss at £7, new species, and I am absolutely buzzing. I think that's going to keep me awake for the drive home. It's just gone 11 PM. Well, yes. Oh, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm going to get wrapped up though, because well, as you've seen, I had to go for a run down to get to a beach, because it was a bit of a nightmare landing that fish, and it certainly wasn't safe to get down to go and release it. So fish safety for me is number one. Well, it's not, my safety is number one, but yeah, it's not fair for me to fish as much as I'm absolutely buzzing, and I could quite happily stay for another hour or two now fishing. I've just given the lads the rest of my bait, because yeah, it's not fair for me to go hoiking fish out of the sea that I either then have to run 1/4 mile back to a beach to try and release them, or drag them up a rock face. So oh wow, I'm trying not to have this stupid grin on my face. I feel like a kid at Christmas. That one fish has just completely changed this session for me. Like I say, you never know what the next cast is going to bring, and hopefully I've just proven my point to a T. So on that note, I'm going to get wrapped up. I'm going to get off home, and yeah, there's nothing more to say other than thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and tight lines. Cheers everyone.